The start of the challenge was because I wanted to challenge myself, so I wanted to really test my limits. The last 2 weeks of it, that's when it really kicked in. I think day 17, I felt it, bro, and I was just like, holy, I still got like 13 days left. I can't get over that kind of energy that we had there. There was just no way I wasn't gonna finish it, and I thought that I had to do it myself. And I'm coming to grips with only we can save ourselves, bro. There's a switch in us that has to flip. That doesn't mean people can't walk beside you, you know? You can read all the books in the world, but if you can't read yourself, you'll never learn a thing. But yeah, once you figure out that you have these insecurities and all that, and then you see them in other people, man, we're all fighting the same battles, bro. And with that self-respect, the noise starts to fade a bit, because you can't tell me who I am now. I'm doing that, bro. If you look at me, nothing's really changed on the outside, but everything up here is changing, bro.
If you had a child, a mokopuna, or a younger version of you, do you think that they would be proud of the man you are now?
Yeah, bro. 100.
Doits! We are back on, brother.
We are back on, brother.
Brother. Oh my gosh, e te whānau. So me and the bro Eru had a podcast a couple of days ago, and it was a mean episode, by the way, and then I had some mahi, some part-time mahi that I've just got in with Wairiki whānau, and I'm in there doing some content, and yeah, I ran out of storage, and then just in the heat of the moment, I just went into my camera and I pressed deleted, and I deleted the whole camera of where it was on me, and I was just like, bro, we can either just pop up the audio, or we can run it back in the Bro Records. Looks like we're running it, so here we are, brother. So we could use that as like a test day, bro. You know, a bit of a warm up, because that was your first one, and you know, fuck, it was mean actually. You know, I really enjoyed the flow of it all, but now we get to double back, bro.
Yes,
you know, and actually be able to revisit some of those things, or might just go in a completely new direction. So, you know, talk about, you know, how you're feeling in this moment, bro. You know, you had that awesome kaupapa over the weekend and over last month, and your body's feeling a little bit better now, and that created like such a huge draw, I suppose, like attention, you know, to what you're doing and the people that came around. And so for the people who don't know, bro, one, just, you know, share your name and what you do, but then go into, you know, why you started that journey of running a K for every day of November.
Yeah. So kia ora, my name's Eru. Eru Osborne from Tainiatua. Whakatāne tai whakai as my marae. Tūhoi, Ngāti Awa. I guess the start of the challenge was because I wanted to challenge myself, so I wanted to really test my limits. And then after my holiday, because I wanted to get back into that grind, man.
Yeah.
And then I was it was Movember. It was coming up to Movember, and I was like, this could be an opportunity to bring some awareness while I'm doing something that I actually might go through some of those struggles too. And I've got one of my best bros is going through a bit at the moment. So I was like, man, just try and do it for him and for some of our bros that aren't here anymore. And yeah, so that's how the challenge started, and it was tough, bro. Like, honestly, like I'm still coming right from it. Like, even mentally drained, bro. I was just like, my energy zapped the whole day, especially from the 2 weeks, the last 2 weeks of it. That's when it really kicked in. I think day 17, I felt it, bro, and I was just like, holy, what am I gonna do? I've still got like 13 days left.
Yeah, and it's getting harder and harder.
And
like,
yeah,
you're adding Ks on,
bro. Like, oh, what do I do? So I tried fueling then, more fuel to the body. And then day 18, I actually had no gels to take with me in the morning, because every day I got to wake up earlier.
Yeah.
And day 17, I did it in the afternoon, because I slept through in the morning. So I didn't get to recover for the 18th run. And then I had no gels, and I didn't go to get some after my run because I was sore. I was just like, oh my God, this is gonna be one of them ones, man. And I just expected
Pain
it. And
cave.
it started pissing down as soon as I started running. I was like, oh man, we're in it. We're in it. So yeah, 18, 19 were tough for those reasons. It was just pissing down and just by myself, and just all those thoughts are going through my head, man. And every day you wake up with a new niggle, and it's just like, oh my
Gotta
God.
get through this. Gotta
Bro,
get through this. Gotta
yeah,
push.
Gotta go. And then about day 20, I really started feeling my fuel help me out. It was helping with recovery and the energy through the run. So that was good. But then it was still getting hard at a K. And then, oh my God, day 21, bro, I felt like I almost popped my hip flexor. Bro, it was like with 4K.
Is it just sheer impact, bro? Is it just because of the impact on the ground from running and
that one's, I think that one's from the lifting part.
Yeah.
It's just constant, you're probably 200 Ks in for the week, for the month. And yeah, it's just all of it. And plus went in with the little niggle.
Yeah. Before you even started.
Before I even started the whole challenge. And I didn't really feel it until, about then. I remember just this burning sensation through my groin, bro. And I was just like, oh my God, what is that, bro? What is that? It honestly felt like I was on fire. I was like, bro, what?
Holy.
But yeah, you just day by day, man, you just one foot in front of the other. You just make it the next K. You just think about, come on, bro, just one more K, one more K, and you just figure out, bro, you've got so much more to give.
Yeah.
Your mind will take you there if you're willing. Yeah, bro. And then we got to day 30, and day 26, 7 was when I first ran with somebody in those big Ks.
Yeah.
Oh, and the bro QJ. Shout out to my bro.
Yeah,
the man, bro.
Coming off the couch for the half a marathon.
Come straight off the couch.
So did you run from here to Ohope and back?
So from West End. So we parked by the basketball court.
Yeah.
So we ran to West End, ran back, and then ran to West End, and then back to the car. That was 22 Ks.
Oh.
And the bro left early because he didn't want to keep me to his pace. And I was like, oh, good, G, I'll just do whatever. And I was sore anyway. I was like, oh, I'll actually probably be going your pace. Yeah, he goes, I told him, bro, fuel up. And he goes, nah, mental. I was like, all right then, brother. All right then, man.
I want to make it as hard as possible.
Yeah. And then he was so I seen him on his way back on his first K or 2. I said, brother, he goes, how do you feel? Yeah, all good. He goes on, and then he gets to 5 Ks, and he thought to himself, oh man, I'm pretty fit. Yeah. And then he reckons
this is gonna be a breeze.
Yeah. I don't know what they're talking about. And then he gets to about K8 or 9, and he goes, brother, because I saw him coming back, and he goes, brother, I was about to turn around. I was like, oh, bro, have some lollies, G, here's some electrolytes. And he was like, mean. And then I ended up catching back up to him about 4 Ks left. And he was just like, brother, your mindset's different. I was like cracking up, bro.
Bro, gotta shout out to that fella. We've done it in the last episode, but we gotta create space again because, man, he's just one of those fellas who will be there at the drop of a hat, and he'll even offer to be there. And, it's like there's been heaps of experiences where that's happened in my relationship with our brother, but one that stands out was like, bro, he just he just turned up one day and he had his trailer, and that's when we moved from Ohope to here, bro, and he just helped, drove from Rotorua, came here to help with moving, and we got it smashed out. But there's been so many other occasions, but that's just the bro. He doesn't want any kind of recognition. He doesn't want it when big things are happening, and it just cracked me up that he done it a half a marathon just with you and no one knew, rather than doing a big, huge event, like a Redwoods or a Mount. Is nah, that's not a style. Just in the dark, doing the mahi, but showing support and love.
100, bro. All day, bro. That's the bro. He's just one of those dudes, he's going to be there.
Yeah, 100. It's just cool to have good, close friends who are like that in their own way, though, too, and you're a part of an awesome friend group that, do show up for you as much as you show up for them. And that's what, those last few days were like, you started to connect with people who were turning up on your longer runs. And then on the last day, you just had a mean show out, of people coming through to support you, bro.
Yeah, bro. It was, that challenge, I've built something inside of me that it's just from all the High Rocks events, the marathons, and through this challenge, you get to in that challenge, I just got comfortable with the pain. It's just what it is. I just got to push through, and I've built something inside of me where I'm not going to give up. So I would have been able to do it by myself, but I don't want to.
Yeah.
Like, it just made it so much easier, bro. Like, the day 26, one of the bros local, never met him, bro. He messaged me, cuz I'll come for a run. Oh, Mickey, brother, grateful.
Yeah.
So he did the 24 with me. And bro, I just got through that one. And then 27 was my mate's birthday. She did 33. So I went over to Rhodas to do 27 with her. And like, there was so much people at the start with her. And I was just like, oh, bro, this is cool. There ended up being about 4 or 5 of us at the end, but it just made so much easier having like a little village with you, bro. And just time goes by a bit different. You're not in those thoughts all the time. Yeah, the pain's there, but you're just
Occupied,
they see you
Yeah.
too, and then they're like,
Yeah.
they were just like, they'll say something like, bro, they'll try and take your mind off it, which is mech here, bro. And then yeah, day 30, bro, unreal. Show out from all of my mates, man, all of the close ones. Like, bro, Neps, if it wasn't for him, bro, that day wouldn't have happened. Like, he hit me up and said, what are you doing for day 30? I said, oh, not much, bro, I'll just get through it. And he goes, oh, come up to Orcs, we'll get a community going. I was like, oh, yo, keen. And then
Shoutouts,
just
eh?
everybody, bro. And I was just like, oh my god.
Whānau event, eh? You know,
Yeah,
there were
bro.
like kids around, gazebos out, kai, fucking drinking stations.
Bro, it was beautiful, bro. Like, just that I can't get over that kind of energy that we had there, bro. There was just no way I wasn't gonna finish it, even though I knew I wasn't. But it was just like, I'm like, I could go more, you know.
Yeah.
I could if I wanted to, but yeah, it was just so cool to see even people there push their limits as well. Like Roto, he run 21.
Yeah.
Bro, I was like, bro, it's so mean, bro. But if you don't have fella, he don't like running at all. And then yeah, had the bros show out like William Waidua and them, and then when they bring because I was about 12 k's in, I was hurting, man. And
yeah.
I remember getting to 18, and I was.
That's where Montal when they showed up with their energy, eh?
Right, and it just helps bringing that new energy in, eh? And then all of a sudden, I'm picking up the pace, and I'm like, yeah. And then, oh, fuck, I'd look at the watch, calm down, bro, the heart rate's going up.
Because those are some pretty crazy paces that you're running, even like at that stage, you know, like you're on the last day, you're the sorest you are. Yep, there's community around you, but you're running like under 6 or around 6 minute pace, you know, for 30 Ks, which is pretty mind blowing. Like, bro, I'm pushing that for 5 Ks, you know, and like I'm struggling. And I can't believe how people talk, bro, and run. You know, like when you find your zone 2, like my zone 2 is, bro, probably like in the 7 min, to be honest.
Yeah.
But like if I try and talk and run, I remember I went over to Sydney and done like 7 Ks with the bro Ice, and we were just talking like on the first like 3 Ks or something, and then on the way back, bro, I was just like, nah, bro, I can't talk. I'm like just fighting demons right now. I'm like gas, bro.
Yeah.
So I know my experience of running, like I know I'm not the fittest, but to see you just show up and basically do a half a marathon for the last, 12 days or even 15 days if you bloody had it all together. That's pretty exceptional, bro. And to hold that pace, but I'm glad that you got the recognition and the support on that last day just to see you through, and you got through it. And then you had a time, bro, to talk about, your experience, which is, talk about that, bro. Like I saw a video, you had a time to just share your gratitude, but yeah, talk about finishing it and then, more about that day, bro.
That whole day, bro, there was just like people were right next to me that whole time, bro. There was bro Julian, he stayed with me the whole time. The bro Tom Hearn, I didn't even know that was the bro, and then he was running with me, and I was having a conversation. He's telling me about his thing. I was like, oh, bro. So that's been a cool part too, bro. Connecting with people that I've never met. On day 29, I connected with one of the bros that I know from golf through another way, So we had different conversations.
Mean.
Oh, it was mean, bro.
So new layers to connections and new connections,
layers, bro,
eh?
deeper ones, and I was like, yeah, this is cool, bro. And then finished it, bro, and I was just talking about like when you are in those mental battles, you get a glimpse of what it's like to maybe be going through mental health, and you just get so much empathy for these kids, man, and people who are going through it. Because I only did it for what, like 2 weeks, really. You don't know how long they've been going through it.
Yeah,
bro. It's just it's crazy to think that it was so draining, bro. Like those days I wake up sore, tired, and then I got to do it, and then I'm sore for the rest of the day, and I'm thinking about, oh no, I got to do this again tomorrow. So, oh my God, and it takes so much out of you, bro. but you figure it out. But
There's some people who haven't, eh?
yeah,
Yeah.
they
Or who
haven't.
couldn't
Who couldn't?
as well.
Yeah, bro. So and I get it, man. Like I just understand if that's why you do go that way. It's like, bro, it's hard. It's hard, bro. I think that's the other thing. Like I knew it was gonna end for me. You know, if I didn't, tough, bro, tough. Yeah, at the end, I just wanted to say grateful to the community for coming out, bro. Because when you've got a village next to you, it just makes life so much easier, bro. Just being able to have someone sit in the mud with you, even if they were just like sitting there, bro, like, you know, doing the, just sitting. Because every time we went past, bro, they would clap and like, yeah. And I was like, you know, you just get those warm fuzzies, bro. Those warm fuzzies. And you're like, man, there's no way. I'm going, bro. So, yeah, just super grateful to that whole support crew, man.
Well done, brother. Well done. That was pretty wholesome to watch all of that, bro. And even just in those moments where you're doing it on your own, there was like, you know, there's, you know, a few of our, you know, friends from around here, you know, now you're coming up in conversation and they're like, yeah, I've seen that fella running, you know, and it's mean just to know that you've been on this path of, you know, deciding to do it for a great cause, and there's recognition, bro, and it's not like to boast, but it's more so just to acknowledge, you know, that kind of effort that you're putting into something. And when you have something that is driving you, it becomes like, yeah, you can push through that hardship or those mental struggles. And I remember talking to you about it, it was like there's a shift from it being like you're forcing it, but then now you're being pulled, eh? And did you recognize that in your journey, bro? Like it might not even just be about the running, but just in other parts of your life, because you've been on a journey, but there's like a pull towards something rather than trying or forcing.
100, bro. Like I have this goal in my life that I just want to be, you know, I want to live this life, and I have a dream life in mind. And I thought that I had to do it myself, you know. And I'm coming to grips with, like I said it before, bro, like only we can save ourselves, bro. There's a switch in us that has to flip, but that doesn't mean people can't walk beside you, you know, and help you along the way in whatever way, you know, even if it's just sitting there in the mud with you, bro. You know, there might be a big wall you come to. I don't know how to get over this wall. Here, brother, here, jump on here. We'll get you over. You know, it's just things like that, bro. So I found that really exciting. You know, it's a new kind of energy I've tapped into, and I pull towards that, and then just aligning with what my values are and what I want to support. I think I got more of a pull towards just doing good, man. Just being of service, and good service to people in any way that aligns with me. Anyway,
I feel the best form of service is like just being yourself too. You know, it's so much easier and it's more authentic, and I think it's received the best too. You know, if you're there because that's just who you are. Not only just does it give like the right energy, but you know, it's received so much better, and then it also gives the people around you permission to be themselves too. You know, which is so cool, bro. And you know, there is like a big shift at the moment. You know, our brother Neb's just released the Meke song "Lean on Me" that we're gonna drop into soon. But then, you know, this is a real trying time, G. You know, and it's a real trying time for our brothers. There's the pressures of the season, and it's not just like Christmas, it's the silly season too. So if we're thinking that we're in like not a great place, then I don't know if you saw that thread, bro, but it was, let me just find it. It was that I shared it the other night, just last night. It's called from Ho Manu Haora.
I have seen it before,
and
bro.
He might not ever admit it, but it's got like this thread of all of these scenarios of people going through challenges and how you can actually interact and engage. And I'll put up some of the slides as we talk about this, because man, it was just so mean, like the way you can break down certain barriers of someone's in a bad place, and how you can be there as a support person rather than just going in and bro, you need to fix your shit. Like, there's actual ways just to get your foot in the door so that they can start to share and open up, because that's what we're really wanting from bros, is like just to talk. But the formula on how to do that has probably been outdated, which is the responsibility is on you to talk. Whereas what I really loved about this, it gave responsibility to those of us who are around to be able to support that person more better to get to their talking. And so when you think about it, bro, and you think about this time, the bro just done the waiata lean on me. We've had people who have passed to mental health challenges. And so, what comes up for you in that space, brother?
I've never really thought about it to an extent around this kind of season too, bro. So, I mean, yeah, as you said, if you've got kids, you've got the pressure to put on a good Christmas for them. Your missus, whānau, to show up to the occasions, the events with a smile if you're not feeling well, know. Oh, this could be so many things, bro.
It's layers, bro.
It's so many, bro, and we just don't know, eh?
Yeah.
We just don't know, bro.
Because there's even this other thought, or train of thought is, if you're not in a good place mentally, the usual thing that we all do is we usually avoid it.
We'll
shut it off.
Yeah.
And around this time, substance becomes the thing that we turn to. And so if you're not in a good place mentally and you're drinking or, you're out partying, that then becomes the unhealthy habit during this time, because you can avoid it so much, and then it gets to a point where it can just get all too much, whether if you're hungover for a few days or, you're on the come downs even, and then that's when everything just starts to pile up and the weight of it can get real challenging. And so that's why I really like this thread. I'm actually going to go into it, and I want to share some stuff with you, bro, because you've seen it before, but probably need a refresher,
Yeah.
So there's one here, it goes, bro goes quiet. Group chat responses dry. Memes stop sending. So this is them. This is the bro who goes quiet. The meme stop sending. Replies seemed 6 hours ago. So these are signs that the bro's going quiet. How to chicken. Send him a meme, right? Like just send the meme, whether it's funny or something that they would usually do. And then step 2, reminds me of you, cuz how you been? Right? So send the meme and then respond with a question or respond with an acknowledgement of them, and then that could get them to open up, which I think is really cool. He's cancelling plans. This is what they're saying. Nah, sorry, G, I'm busy. Keen next time. Pulls away from mates. How to check in. Invite him to something easy and one-on-one. Come for a drive, Chi. Feed? Question mark. Gym? Question mark. Right, and so that's if they're cancelling plans. So not only are we getting like an avatar, or what an avatar is like a example of someone, but we've got some pretty cool ways to engage based on what you know of that person. I'll do one more. Oh, here. He's drinking more than usual. Drinking is becoming his coping strategy. Easy chicken. Decenter alcohol from his focus and have a real catch up. So they send keen for some beersies. You send let's grab a feed first, cuz haven't caught up in ages. Right, so far, I'm gonna put this. I'll link this in. But a big shout out to Haumanu Hauora, because as I've been doing brother to brother, and as I've been like really aware of this time, this just really fucking stood out to me. So yeah, like what do you take from some of those things, bro?
I also think if they maybe get triggered from something small, could be a sign.
Yeah, true.
That's what was going through my head while you were reading it. I was waiting for the trigger one.
Yeah.
It's something that normally they laugh at if they get triggered.
Ooh.
Yeah. It's like, no, that's not funny, bro. Something like that. Yeah, that's what came to my mind around that, bro. But that's really, it's like rolling out the red carpet for them.
Yeah.
And then here, come on, bro, come for a feed or something.
But it's taking the focus away from the big thing, like when we're in spaces of hardship, being vulnerable is really challenging. And so what these ways of engaging show, it actually takes it away from the big thing. And it just becomes about the catch up, and that's how you ease into the checking in, rather than, oh, how you been, bro?
Yeah.
Like that kind of thing can be more like another mask, like, oh, I'm all good. But when you're actually engaging with things that are away from what you're wanting to hear from them, like the emotion or what they're going through, if you center it around something else, it could provide a bridge to get there. which I thought would just be cool to bring up, bro, as
Bro,
we talk about Movember, as you talk about this time. But I also want to use this as a segue to really dive into your whole journey, bro, because these last few years you've been really bloody on, bro, with committing to growth, testing their comfort zone, really trying new things, and even just letting go of some of the habits that were perhaps holding you back. And so, you've been on a bit of a rampage, just doing one thing after another. And it's landed you to where you are now. So talk a little bit about your uncomfortable journey, bro, towards growth. And then, bro, I'll just pass it over to you.
So it all started for me, bro, when I was about 25. I came across a podcast that had Gary Vee and Simon Sinek on it. I was just listening to their conversation, and I just remember that's very interesting, They started talking about, some of the behaviors that I might be having. And I was like, oh, that's hurts. And then you start diving down, bro. And, I started following Simon Sinek, just wherever he was on YouTube. I was just like, oh, you click.
Yeah. He's mean at talking, They're follower, bro.
Unreal, bro, when it comes to talking about leadership too.
Yeah.
Unreal. And then I found my way to Jay Shetty, and probably the most influence that's a podcast that's had on me is Diary of a CEO.
Yeah.
Stephen Bartlett, bro. One of his favorite quotes I heard is like, you can read all the books in the world, but if you can't read yourself, you'll never learn a thing. Bro. When he said that, I was like, woo. Yup. Yup. So yeah, bro, that started there. And they would always talk about being uncomfortable and leaning into it. And I was just like, that makes sense. Oh, it started making sense. I started to understand that and testing it out myself. And then got to probably 5 years down the road where I was doing all the reading.
Yeah.
And I wasn't implementing it much, and it's weird, bro, because you can implement it for a week or a month, But if the next three months you're not implementing it, it's just lost.
Yeah.
So you got to start again, bro. So it's just doing it every day, bro. Just
consistency of it,
100%. And it just compounds, bro. It's like compound interest with everything, bro. And then so they were talking about being uncomfortable. I was like, oh, that's cool, man. Like I'm something passionate about now. I want to help people understand it like how I do. So why don't I start a brand that's called Uncomfortable, but it's uncomfortable clothing that's actually comfortable. So it was like I think they called it an oxymoron or something.
Yeah.
And then, I ended up getting the bro Trix involved as well. And he was keen on that too, because he wanted to help people with his platform. So we're like, oh, bro, let's do this. So I think we've been in the game for maybe about 3 years, 2 or 3 years now.
They're from like idea conversations to now.
Yeah. And so it's been a journey, bro. It's been cool, man. And honestly, even last year, bro, like I thought I had been doing a lot. But it's that thing, like I'll do it for a month and then the next 2 I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
So it wasn't compounding. And then just last year, bro, I was just been compounding, bro. Like,
yeah.
And bro, every 2 months I'm getting like this new just this new outlook, perception, and I'm just like, wow, is this how you do it? Oh,
new
okay.
chapters of self, bro, that you're unpacking, reading yourself even more.
Oh, bro, 100%, bro. And I was just like, wow. And then, like, when you're doing that work, you understand your insecurities, you get good with them. And then I remember, like, just validation was huge for me, bro. So, like, I can tell when other people are starting on their journey, and it's cool, man, because I'm like, oh, cool, I'm going to start feeding them some cool stuff, Because, bro, as soon as people start putting up those self-development quotes, I'm like, there you go.
Yeah.
And they're not posting on stories anymore. It's like, you're on a journey.
You're on.
Yeah. I see you, man. Get your journey.
But what that reminds me of is there was someone sitting on their seat over there. His name's Phil Paikia, and he was talking about like how he sees himself in his mahi. So he supports people who are coming out of prison and back into integration. But he talks about how like when you're in a space of, you've done a little bit of work on yourself, he said that I'm no different to you. All I am is just a little bit down the road.
Yeah.
Like we're all on the same path, but I'm just a little bit down the road. And he says when he supports people, it's like him coming down to be able to support them on their journey.
Yeah.
And as I hear you say that, that's like where you're at, is like you're just a little bit down the road. And so when you see people with those signs of early tapping in,
Yeah, bro.
you want to come back and help and give them that encouragement. And, you know, that's also been the same kind of flavor for me. So when I've been seeing you and all of those things, it's just like, man, you know, there's people on these journeys. And so, you know, talk a little bit more about those insecurities and validations and imposter syndrome, because those are quite generic limitations,
Yeah,
you know,
bro.
for a lot of people. But talk about your experience in those things, bro.
Oh, bro, this, bro, you couldn't catch me here.
Yeah.
I would say even 6 months ago, bro.
Yeah.
You know, the anxiety would have been flowing through me. It has a little bit already, but
Yeah.
it's bearable. You know,
Yeah.
I can get through it. Other times, bro, I'd want to run out the room, bro, and I'll just like freeze up,
Yeah.
just talking, not breathing, you know, and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, once you figure out that you have these insecurities and all that, and then you see them in other people, you're just like, man, we're all fighting the same battles, bro. You know, it's maybe just in a little different kind of validation. I don't know, attention, but it's the same. You know, and I'm kind of figuring it out that it's all based around people's opinions. It's just that's the battle, and once you get bro. One thing I've learned from doing hard things and in this, you know, you get more confidence, you get more self-respect, bro.
Yes, bro.
And with that self-respect, the noise starts to fade a bit, because you can't tell me who I am now. I'm doing it, bro. You know, I'm out on those roads, bro. I'm doing it, you know, whatever it is, I'm doing it. So your opinion is like nothing to me, unless you've done more than me, or you know, even those followers, they're not even judging you. No one above you is judging you, bro. It's always the ones below. But and those start to fade, those noises, bro, which has been a bit of a blessing, because I used to fight those noises all the time, bro. All the time, like. And I think it comes from a place of, if they did judge me, is it true?
Yeah.
You know, it's like.
But the more we replay it, we make it true,
Yeah.
Because it then becomes that thing that stops us from the doing. And hearing your journey around, you know, like, it's not about reading books, it's about reading yourself. And then it gets to a point where you learn a lot, and then you almost have to do something with it, And I use the analogy around, like, a library is a library where it has all the knowledge, but when you think about entrepreneurship, it's actually the activation of knowledge. And so it's the same kind of principle. It's like, you just don't want to know things, you want to understand things, and you can understand only by doing. And so you started doing, bro, and you started to prove to yourself that you can do it, which, as you say, is building self-respect, because I said I'm going to do something, now I'm following it. And then those things just lead into bigger things. And as you say, their voice just becomes a little bit less quieter. And what you're doing is you're rebuilding, like this version of Eru that is just a lot stronger within himself. And do you feel like that's where you're at now, bro? Is like, the more that you are doing, the more that you are uncomfortable, you're meeting this newer version of you?
100, bro. Every challenge I go through, I meet a different Eru, you know. I'm about to run 57 Ks in about 2 weeks.
Is that an ultra?
It's for a good co-popper. It probably, they class it as probably that.
Yeah, 50K is ultra,
I'm not too sure, but it's a 6-hour co-popper for kids who are less fortunate. So take a toy to the thing, and then you can either walk it, whatever, just be there.
Is that here?
And Rotorua.
Oh, right.
And me and my mates were like, oh, bro, we might as well turn this into a challenge, you know, just to get
keep going.
Yeah. So we said, oh, bro, 6 hours. And it's on the 20th of the 12th, 25. So that adds up to 57 Ks or 57. So we're like, let's just try go for 57, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah,
that's cool.
So yeah, it's just that for me, bro, I'm just stacking evidence at the moment. Like, if you look at me, nothing's really changed on the outside, but everything up here is changing, bro. Everything up here is changing. Every time I go for a challenge, up here is changed, you know? I'm meeting new people, having different conversations, all this kind of stuff's happening, and it's just, I'm just stacking evidence and undeniable proof that I am who I say I am.
Yeah. And that's only proof to you, eh?
Yeah, bro, 100.
Yeah.
And like, people, like, other people's perceptions starting to change now, but that's all right.
That takes a while though, eh?
Yeah, 100. Everybody, I noticed the change is probably like 3 months into everybody just catching up. Yeah. And that's cool, bro. Like I don't need that, but it's good for the brand, you know, whatever my brand or personal brand is.
I like how you say that, because that's what the journey of growth looks like, or even this journey of expansion, or even like the way that I've been languaging it is like more of a remembrance. So it's like, you know, when we grow, it's like we're growing outside of ourselves, but we're only meeting what was already in there. So it's like a remembering in a way. And then also like the way you said that everything is changing up here, but in the physical, it just looks exactly the same. And that's an important point, bro. That's important for people to know that on this journey, it's really about the perspective that you have of yourself and the thoughts that you have, as well as the connections and the emotions you feel inside yourself, because all of that's unseen, bro. I can't tell what the hell you're thinking at the moment, and you can't tell what's in my mind or what I'm feeling. But that's the game, you know, and everything else is just on dial up, bro. It's on that buffer,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
it's just everything's just catching up.
Yeah.
But can you sustain what you believe and what you're seeing inside of yourself long enough for everything to catch up? And that's the hard part that I feel is the sticking point, because as you say, not only are we dealing with our own conditioning to keep us comfortable, but there's also people around us that know us for who we are at that level. And as you change, it's their opinions of being like, you're just like this, you know, and they might not even be saying it, but you know that's what they're thinking because that's how they know you. And so you're dealing with all of that as you're starting to just really build these new layers and these new bricks. But as you say, sticking to something for 3 months, sticking to something for 12 months, that's the evidence of the new, you know?
It's crazy, as you said that, like, you know, when you are going through that change and you're becoming this new person, and you said people know you for this person, it's like they don't support you, kind of.
Yeah.
They're too attached to that
To
person.
that person.
Yeah,
Yes,
they're
bro.
like, I don't know. Well, they probably got to judge if they do like this new person.
Yeah.
And fair enough, all good, and they catch up as well, I guess.
Yeah.
But it gets lonely, bro, for a while when you're on that journey.
It's like the breaking away, eh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then you know, if you're on socials, you get more support from people you've never met before. You know, it's crazy. But yeah, once they do catch up, you're like, yes, you know, that's just what they're.
This is what I think, brother. I get. Let me know what you think about this. What it does is, like, say we in this group or around people that we've known for a long time and they know us for a certain version. As soon as we start to, and when I say break away, it's not to say like we're better than, but when I say break away, it's a commitment to self, which usually includes a shift in environment and people. Nothing to do with the people, it's got everything to do with the journey of self. What that does, in my view, and just considering this for a little while, it actually makes them uncomfortable, G. Because now their version that they think of you is shifting. And so now they're in a space of like,
Are we not good enough?
No, it's either I'm not good enough or it's just like they have to get used to you being a new person.
Yeah.
Which is making it uncomfortable for them when they didn't want to be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You know? Does that make sense to you? And
yeah.
That will, and it leads to that. It leads to that, we're not good enough. But it's the uncomfortability of change outside of their environment that creates all of that.
I guess, yeah, bro. When you're, I guess, yeah, no, that makes perfect sense, bro. If you're in a group and you're all growing together, there's no use for those thoughts. So if you step away, makes sense, bro.
Yeah, but then it's also how you're saying, like, you know, I remember when I first started my journey and I went alcohol free, and, you know, that was like my whole identity for a long time, just being a rager. And it's hard to get away from it when you're good at it.
Yeah, 100%.
Damn it.
I can't wait to get back, to be honest.
Damn it.
I love that, man.
But, you know, and I remember even when I started, as long as it was ago, but, you know, there was the same kind of feeling. It's the breaking away. It's the getting used to being myself or getting connected to a new version of me, I suppose. And so you took that route too, bro. You went alcohol free, you know, for a period. Talk about that, bro. Like, what led you to going alcohol free? And then also, you know, like, where are you at with it now?
So, I tried many times to go alcohol free, bro. Like, I tried a 12-week challenge. I tried a 100-day challenge. Whatever it was, bro, but I would always fail 2 weeks. And I don't know. I think maybe, I remember the weekend before I did it, I was like, nah, I'm giving up. till Christmas or something like that, because it was September. And so that was a Sunday, and I felt shit for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then Thursday I drank again, and I was like, oh my God, bro. Like, you just did it again. And,
Too much of the man, eh?
oh, bro. And I was just like, oh my God, bro. And so I think it was just a point of me going, man, I've had enough.
Mm-hmm.
To do a whole year.
Mm.
And it just stuck. I think I got through to summer, like it was December, and I was like, oh, this ain't too bad, you know? I can do this. And then got through summer, I was like, yeah, guaranteed I'm doing it, bro. It's gonna be done. And I would say, bro, I look back on my life when I tell my story, that will be the day that changed my whole life for good. Just that little shift stopped me from being hungover Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, so there's no procrastination into things I need to do. Did 75 hard. I wouldn't have started that if I didn't, because I know I would have drank on 75 hard. Yeah. So that taught me discipline, mindset, all these things. And then I went straight into a half marathon. So that kept the uncomfortableness going. Mm-hmm. Then I've been high rocks training all year. So those are trenches. And it was just always staying in that uncomfort zone, bro. And now I had a drink over in Europe. Good, man. It was good.
It was an occasion though, eh? It was a wedding,
a wedding. Yeah. So I went over for like 4 weeks. I only drank at the wedding, which was at the end, which was good, bro. That was a good way to do it, because I got to actually see stuff when I was traveling now. And then, drank 4 of the 5 days I was there. Well, I was like, holy, still wanted to carry on. I was like, oh, man, it's like
still got it.
I was like, oh, I feel good. Yo, dance music coming out, man. I'm like, yeah.
Nice, brother.
Yeah, I learned a little bit about, like, you can deepen connections through alcohol too, which is cool.
Yeah.
Like, just do it in moderation, man. Like, and that's at the point where I think I am with it now. Like, I can have a drink and comfortably say, oh, that's it. Until the next time.
Yeah.
So I haven't had a drink since, and then I'll probably have a drink at the next wedding, which is the Brutiamals.
Yeah, that's gonna be cool, eh?
That's gonna be cool,
next June, bro. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah,
looking forward to that. And I do want to touch on that, bro, because I went 4 years without alcohol, and then when I had my first drink, bro, it was just like, as you said, riding a bike.
Yeah.
Like far out, just like straight back on, and where I'm at now, it's similar. I've had a bit of a big year of drinking, to be honest, but then I got to a point where I knew what I needed to do, which was to minimize the amounts that I was consuming. And in doing so, things got better, in terms of my physical health, just a bit sharper. But the thing that I want to touch on, what you shared, is like alcohol just allows for more memories and experiences at the same time. And so there are people out there who don't drink alcohol, and that's cool. Like, that's all good. There's people out there who do drink alcohol. That's all good. But there is this middle ground that if you have time away from it, it doesn't have like power over you. If you can just discipline yourself to either take 6 months or a year, like just to try and build that discipline, then when you add alcohol into your life, you can actually control it a bit better. Or if you've gone too far, you can just stop it because you've got the experience of not having it. And so, there's been people commenting and, just if I'm promoting alcohol or things like that, but I'm not at a point where I'm living my life based on what other people think, and I think there's a place for things that add value to your life. And if it gives you some kind of like goodness or experience and you're associating something good to it, then pai noa. But if it's going too far and you can reel it back in, then that's even better. So, like, what are your thoughts in that regard, bro? And like, you've had this journey of 1 year without it. Now you're got discipline with it, and now you're aware that you're just going to drink on occasions because of what it does for you and what it doesn't do for you. Hey,
so right. So I think one of the things I figured out when I wasn't drinking was why I would drink.
Yeah.
Why? Yeah. I think it's because I haven't nailed it, but I think it's because it makes sense. I had so much ambition, but I've had so much ambition for so long. I remember, bro, I think I remember having a yarn with you, bro, about maybe when I was 23, or you might have just got back from Europe or something. And I was just talking about like having these dreams and all this kind of stuff, but I didn't know how to tap into what needed to become that person to get there. Yeah. Well, every weekend I drank, I would feel like shit. and then because I hadn't made any progress towards that, I would escape again on the weekend because I hadn't made any progress towards that.
Yeah.
So it was just like this loop and
the pole got further and further
down the line, bro.
Yeah.
So I think that's what happened with me. And once I figured that out, I was like, oh, bro, I didn't know. Like, 'cause I was never a bad time drinking, but it was just, I was escaping who I was trying to be, trying to become someone. You know, I wasn't that thing of not moving towards who I want to be. It's just,
It was more of an escape
yeah,
than, or running away from, or avoiding of not being where you want to be.
yeah, bro.
Which is probably a common thread, I reckon, bro. You know, even in this recent season, there's probably been more of that for me. You know, just having a drink on the weekend. You know, just we'll just get through it in this way. But then when it gets to a point, like, you just know what you have to do, eh?
Yeah.
And like when you make that decision, it's like an automatic shift activates, eh? I bet you when you decided I'm going to go a year, and when you got through it, or even in that decision. Because I remember clear as day, bro, when I made my decision to not drink alcohol and commit to this journey.
I remember the
felt
day before.
G.
I was with you.
Because I'm sure this is correct, bro. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I remember saying I'm going to do alcohol free. And then I heard someone say, and I saw someone said, Eru was like, he's not going to do a year. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to do alcohol and takeaways.
Bro, you did say that. I remember that. Yeah, bro.
And I was like, bro, they don't think I'm going to do a year of alcohol. I'm going to do a year of alcohol and takeaways.
I remember that, bro.
I doubled down.
Yeah, gee. Because your last drink was at thing 8, Bay Dreams.
Yeah, bro. Yes, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, but I remember that. I remember you doing the no takeaways too.
Yeah.
Crack up.
Yeah, so that was the last drink, and similar experience, bro. Just a total readiness. It was a readiness, bro. I was like, fuck, I'm ready for it, you know? And it was cool how it all just sort of happened, and I'm glad that it landed me where I am now, which I'm sure for you too, bro. So what next, bro? You've been in Whakatane, you know, for a large part of your adult life. You know, there's some new shifts happening, brother. And I want to talk about that because it's freaking cool, G. You know, you're spreading your wings and trying something new and getting out of a space that can, not that there's not anything wrong with our beautiful town, but it's too small for you, brother. It's too small for you. So what's that next step? What's on the horizon, brother?
Goldie, I'm on waves, baby. Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah, bro. I just wanna be around that kind of environment, you know, just people doing it, and it just makes it so much easier to like move up if everyone around you's trying to do the same, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, bro, I'm looking forward to move over to the bro T's, and then the bro Tere Wise over there to the business partner, and so I'm excited for that, bro, because I know we're going to be hammering content. We had a yarn last night, and I was like, bro, I already got ideas. I was like, same.
Me.
Yeah, so it's just like, oh, bro, I can't wait to get over there, man. Really looking forward to it. Yeah, it's just been crazy I said it before I went on holiday, but as soon as I got back from holiday, bro, I realized that I want my dream life, man. I want it, bro, and I'm going after it. So I just think that's the best move for me.
What is the dream life, brother?
On my dream board, it's got, to live my dream life, I need the money. So I need to be earning at least 10K a week, and then traveling and experiences, and then a ranch with a farm, bro. That's the dream life for me, bro.
Hey.
That's yeah. And being of service to people. Actually, I added that in this year, just helping people try and tap into their full potential or something like that. Yeah, that's the dream for me at the moment.
Cool, bro. And you're on the way, brother. And I'm glad, bro. I'm glad that you're, you know, taking a big step like this, and, you know, just moving over to Australia, and, you know, being right next to your business partner, you know, being with the bro T, and just being in that bloody bubble in Goldie, bro. It's so mean over there. Like, the vibes are always on, and there's always something to do, and the creativity is going to be flowing. So just want to give you a lot of acknowledgement for that next time, bro, for that next chapter that's about to be written. But we didn't get into the uncomfortable clothing as much, bro. But like, talk more about, you know, your guys' brand and some of the things that you guys are doing or have created, or what's in the works, brother.
It's so hard to do something while the bro's over there, you know, and we know we don't have big capitals at the moment, but we're figuring it out for this year until I get over there. But the brand in itself means we just want to empower people to get out their comfort zones to reach their full potentials, or tap into some of it or go even further than what they think they can, and I feel like I haven't found any better way, bro, than leaning into that discomfort. It's helped me so much. If you knew me last year, you'd be just like,
who is this guy?
That, bro? Even I look in the mirror, bro. I remember looking in the mirror earlier this year and I was just like, bro, who are you, bro? And I was just like,
That's who.
Yeah, that's me, baby. Mr. I don't give up. Bro, it's been crazy, bro. And that's the brand pretty much in itself.
So doing uncomfortable things in comfortable clothing, eh?
Yeah. That's it, bro. We're going into activewear soon, finally.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah,
That's a good pivot.
Yeah.
There's one last question that I want to share with you, bro. And I got it from the bro Tamati, who I've been doing some mahi with yesterday. So shout out to the bro. But he shared like one of the questions that he shares in his program, which is at the start. And he said, if you had a child, a mokopuna, or a younger version of you, do you think that they would be proud of the man you are now?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. 100,000%.
Mean.
Did you answer that?
No, I didn't. I just heard the question and I just was like, oh, I'm clocking that, bro. I'm going to use that in the podcast.
Yeah, bro. Just from the battles he was fighting in his early teens, bro, to just wanting to be somebody, or that thing like just wanting to be accepted, by not himself. It was they're wanting to be accepted by the crowd, and to now to see who he is, to accepting himself and just going full belief on himself, bro. Like even if he doesn't make to something, he gave it a crack, bro, and he's giving it a crack. So to my little mokopuna, big shoes to fill now. You'll get there.
Me and my brother, bro, it's been an awesome catch up. I'm glad that we got to double back.
Yeah.
We done this in the last episode, which I thought would be cool, bro, and we'll finish off with it actually.
That'd be crazy if we get those same.
Imagine we got the same ones, eh? So yeah, these are Buddhism reading cards. I've had them up on the shelf for ages, and yeah, when Eru was here last week, and I just had this big call to pull them out, so just gonna pull them out again. And the cards we got last time were resonating for like that kōrero and for that feeling. So we're just gonna finish off with some reading. Okay, bro, you can choose yours.
I think I remember that too. The Path.
Ooh. What does it say, bro? That sounds interesting.
No one saves us but ourselves. Bro, perfect. No one can and no one may. We ourselves must walk the path, Buddha. The path to enlightenment is an endless process. You have to practice diligently and with discipline. Eventually, you will become the path itself, and fewer struggles and sufferings will come your way. Yeah, bro, 100% facts. 100. And that's just that acceptance, eh, bro?
Yeah, it is, bro. Exactly, brother. That's the path.
That's the path,
That's
bro.
the path. And it's crazy because his last card was the second to last word, or suffering.
Suffering. Yeah. So that was perfect too.
Yeah.
Back up.
Right, mean, brother. Okay, what's mine? Bro.
Not
the same, brother. Energy.
Crazy.
I pulled this just a couple of days ago. This is the same card,
bro.
G. Fuck.
That's crazy, bro.
You are never
How many
alone
cards
or
are there? There's
helpless.
gotta be at
the
least-
force that guides the stars guides you to energy, and more than energy is more than just cultivating physical boundless energy. It is making the connection with the universal life force that motivates all creation in the universe and in you. Wow,
That's
gee, I
crazy,
must
mate.
be vibrating on that frequency.
You are, my G. You are.
Bro, back to back, G.
That's crazy.
That's buzzy, huh?
But there's got to be at least 50 cards in there, eh?
Bro, Far out. I don't know, G, but that's pretty ridiculous. That's pretty ridiculous, cuz me and my brother say the path and energy. And yeah, it's cool how those two are intersecting, G, you know, like in terms of when we start to actually take that path in, what we do get access to is that life force within. And as you sort of said before, you know, we spend so much of our time in this external world, bro, like chasing the money, chasing the woman, chasing the spaces where it looks like you want to be a part of, when really the journey is within, bro. Like that's where you're going to get the sustenance. That's where you're going to get the energy, the life force, the modi to be able to just guide you into that pulling, bro. The more we go into that path, that inner path, the more we are pulled into the right places, G. So, you know, I'm glad that we pulled those cards, bro. I'm glad that we doubled back because, yeah, bro, it's just been cool to be able to connect again and just even just feeling how more relaxed you were within this chat. So I just want to mihi to you, brother, and just want to give it over to you for some final words, G.
Oh man, we get. Oh, bro. First of all, thanks again for inviting me on, brother. This has been a pleasure. Like, I really felt comfortable this time.
Yeah.
But to the people, man, we get one life, bro. Like, why not give it your all, bro? Like, what else are you gonna do? What else are you gonna do, man? Wow, let's go for it, bro. Like, lean into that discomfort. For me, that's worked the most. Yeah, man, and just have a safe Christmas in there, man. Blessings. Grateful as.
Yeah, beautiful, bro. Beautiful. Lean into the discomfort. Feel into the discomfort. Feel through the discomfort. And as the bro said, you know, have a safe Christmas. And if any other brothers that are feeling, I guess, like that pressure and some of the things that we did touch on, just land it. Just know that I offer a free 15-minute kōrero for brother to brother, you know, for the bros out there who do want to just have a catch up. And if you are in a space that is feeling quite challenging, just please reach out to me and know that I'll be there to offer free space for me just to listen. Not to do anything more other than listening or offering if that is what you need. Just to know that you do have people out there who want to support you and are there just to listen. So i runga i tērā, be well, be safe, follow the path, connect to energy. Brother Eru,
My brother G.
Ngā mihi.
Make what you're doing, my brother. Love ya.
Love ya, brother.
Do it.